Niggas walk in and be talking mad shit, and then they like this, crickets, when it's time to go, because like Stat said, you could be funny, you could be smart, you could know sports, you could know whatever topic you're talking about. These lights and these cameras, if you're not ready, this shit will fuck you up. And, you know, me and Murder was just made for TV. You know, this is just the way it's been for almost 35, 40 years, so.
Yeah, and then the last thing I'll add, of course, like you said, they've been made for TV. Like, I can't even like fathom the mindset of literally leaving class and coming into the studio. And Cam was like, yeah, you can just come up here for an hour, we're gonna debate. I can't, I'm not, no. Like, I had to be ready. That episode is still up if you guys want to see the origins and the roots to see how we've progressed here, but I had to just get up and go. And sometimes that's what happens. And so, relating it back to Jake Browning, when the lights turn on, you got to put on a show. So we'll see if he keeps his position or not. We'll see what happens for the Bengals. That next game will be the Bengals versus the Vikings, and anything can happen on any given Sunday. So we will see what happens next Sunday. Okay. Now, I don't talk about. The Steelers lost to the Seahawks 31-17. Arabia, is this a loss you thought the Steelers would have?
Yes.
I actually had the Steelers winning this game. They were, that defensive line is very dominant, and they had some interesting things happening on their offensive line. But once again, we see another fourth quarter performance by the Seahawks. Outscored the Steelers 17-3. We saw Ravens-Bills. We saw the Bears defense crumble in the fourth quarter with that Vikings-Bears game. The AFC North has a fourth quarter problem where the best teams cannot finish games. So they have to figure out a way, if they're going to try to make a run in the playoffs, to finish these games. It doesn't matter if it's Seahawks, who are generally a perennial playoff cusp team. Even if they don't make it, they're usually somewhere around the cusp, one or two teams away. But no, I did not have the Steelers losing this game, and I definitely did not have the Seahawks outscoring them 17-3 in the fourth quarter with that defense.
Yeah, where's Papa Stat at? That's all I want to know, Killer. Where's Papa Stat?
I ain't seen Papa Stats in about 10 months, bro.
Stat, check in. Somebody said this to me. Check on Mase when the Chiefs lost. You saw somebody put that in the chat? That was funny. Whoever that was, I saw it. I wasn't feeling that. Can somebody go check on Mason? Now I'm returning pause the favor. Can somebody go check on Papa Stat? If you out there, Papa Stat, we just want to know you're okay. That's all we need to know. I don't want to hear this about you got a short quarterback now. Stat has already used that excuse. We can't hear it anymore. Aaron Rodgers is playing. This is a 4-time MVP. We're looking for the Steelers to win. I'm ready for y'all to win. All this Mike Tomlin, I can't go with it no more. I need wins, and I need wins now. And when they're losing the way they're losing right now, Stat, I don't know what to say to you, Stat. Are you feeling well?
The way we're losing right now, but what's your record again?
Yeah, but we're closer to being champions than you guys were.
You're on a three-peat, not in a good way. You're on a three-peat losing streak.
Yes, but the good thing is that champions are not made in the first 2 weeks, baby. Champions are never made in the first 2 weeks. That's the beautiful thing, even about what Cam is saying. Good thing we don't give out trophies in the first 2 weeks, man. But I'm looking at this right now, Stat. How do you feel about this? How do you feel about this still a loss right here?
I mean, of course it's unfortunate, but given the way that we were playing, we kind of asked for it. Aaron Rodgers is trying. He's not playing his best performance. Our defense is quoted to be good. Our defense didn't really show up in this game. And then special teams. They had Caleb Johnson. He didn't field the ball, and then they were able to score a touchdown just like that. Like, it's silly mistakes. Again, I will always say I trust Mike Tomlin, but there are some coaching decisions to me that aren't making full sense. We just got to figure it out, and hopefully we iron out the shirt before the next game. But
yeah, we're having a decaf and all of this.
DK Metcalf?
Yeah.
I mean, I personally wasn't really much of a fan of him from the jump. Y'all know how I felt about the wide receiver that I like.
I thought y'all was acting like this was going to be the answer all.
I mean, it doesn't take one wide receiver to answer all of the problems that we've had. There's a lot of internal problems because our offense in general needs a better jump.
This is what Cam used to say: if you're good, they'll figure out a way. If he's that good, then we should figure out a way. if you look at Aaron Rodgers with this 200 yards, I always told you it's the first quarterback to 225? What is it, 225 or 250?
You always asking us what you say.
I want to know if y'all paying attention.
It's a quiz.
It's the first quarterback to 225. First quarterback that gets to 225 always wins the game. So if somebody can relay this to Aaron Rodgers, I know how he used to play in today's society. You got to get to 225, and you got to put up big points. If you want to be a championship team, I heard it from Pac-Man, I'm running with it. You got to get 30 points and higher. If you're scoring 17, you're out in the first playoffs because people are going to be scoring points. And I know OJ would say to me right now, Mase, you're quoting the obvious. Well, obviously, people don't know the obvious, so they would get to the obvious. You got to put up 30 points or more. Is that right, Arabia? To be a championship team,
right.
You got to be in that area.
Yeah, the only exception really has been the Chiefs lately. They have been low scoring, but that's okay because their defense really was dominant. So, yeah.
Thank you, Arabia. I knew I liked you for a reason. She big as
Jalen Hurts had 101 yards and won the game. So 225 is out the window. Let's speak for Jalen Hurts and Patrick Mahomes. He didn't even get to 200.
Damn, you know where I'm reporting from.
It's my goal.
I'm not going to say it because there's an over and under pause, but you know where I'm reporting from.
Murder, I'm telling you because you're my brother, like I told you the other day. I'm not going to let you go outside like that. They're talking about you in the streets, man. Title Town. You gotta put it away for 3-4 weeks.
I just told you know where I'm reporting from.
I'm telling you because you're my brother. I'm just telling you. Just real quick, Arabia.
What are they saying? What are they saying about me?
Stat, go ahead and tell them. Go ahead. Stat, go ahead. You tell them. Stat, tell them. Tell them what the YouTube streets are saying.
They just have questions about Titletown and certain things going on and the second team that you chose.
The hate is real. The hate is real.
They said you just, all right, I'm going to say
the hate is real. The hate is real. The hate is real.
They say that you say Titletown 6 times and say, Cam, what you think? That's the word on the street.
The hate is real.
I'm just telling you.
The hate is real.
I'm just telling you. Arabia, what was your take real quick about this game? Just in the summary?
Basically that the Seahawks outscored them 17-3 in the fourth quarter, and that the Steelers are supposed to have this dominant defensive line, and it just kind of fell apart in the fourth quarter.
You said something about the AFC North.
Yes, the AFC North's best teams, which today with Joe Burrow being out, I know you're on Jake Browning right now, I'm not. My favorite two teams in the AFC North right now.
Not. Super Bowl.
Yes. Super Bowls. Ravens and Steelers, we've both seen so far through 2 weeks them having problems in the fourth quarter, so yeah.
So the reason I asked that, is because just a little while ago you was like, yo, they have to play the Steelers twice, they have to play the Bengals twice, talking about Cincinnati. And now you're telling me about the problems with the Steelers and the Bengals. Who leading the division in the AFC right now?
Right now, it's the Bengals.
All right, I was just checking to see.
He just wanted to hear you say
Because just last tape, she said, yo, they got to play Steelers twice, they got to play the Bengals twice. She left the Browns out of it. But then she disses the AFC North, talking about these are the problems they've been having. I just want to... I don't know where she's at on the seesaw.
Yeah, and I mean, those problems are not mutually exclusive. It doesn't have to be one or the other. Those problems aren't mutually exclusive to them having to play these teams. You can acknowledge that through 2 weeks, teams have some things to clean up. Like Mase just said, you don't give out awards through 2 weeks. So they can clean these things up.
Thank you, Arabia.
If they start cleaning them up, like really good teams don't start to play their best form of football until the middle or end of the season as they're rolling momentum into the playoffs.
So week 7.
If they start to clean things up, then yeah, they're going to be a problem to play.
Well, the thing about it is this. They stop bringing up, not you, just NFL analysts around the world, that the Bengals started 0-2 for the last however many years. Last year, the Chiefs started off, 6, 7, 8, 9, no? This is not a regular start for the Chiefs. The Bengals, not the Bengals, the Ravens, they kind of sloppy in the beginning. But they don't finish the job at the end either. My thing about this, I don't really care about this game. And I could give you my analysis of this game. But the thing about it is this, for the last 12, 13 years, the thing for the Steelers is if Mike Tomlin gets to 500, that's the victory for Pittsburgh. Niggas not expecting Pittsburgh to go past the first round in the playoffs if they get to the playoffs. That's just that. The victory in Pittsburgh has been Mike Tomlin making it to 500 the last 13 years or however long he's been there, 14 years, however long he's been. I don't expect much from the Steelers. Sorry, Stat. Sorry, Papa Stat. I've been telling y'all this for I don't know how many seasons now. I don't expect much. We're black, so we're rooting for Mike Tomlin. And we all say, well, should he keep his job? Should he keep his job? Stat wanted to fire one of these seasons. I can't remember what season it was.
That was last season.
And then she came. Then she
that
came
was
back.
Last season.
Then she came back.
And
was
she
like,
trusts him.
Yeah, and then she trusts him. Exactly. So, listen, the win for Pittsburgh is for us as black people anyway. That don't live in Pittsburgh, because I know people in Pittsburgh and surrounding areas want them to win. Is that all we do is hope that Mike Tomlin can get to 500, and I'm rooting for that. I don't expect much more besides that from Pittsburgh Steelers.
Lovely. Okay, y'all, we're gonna go to break. When we return, we will discuss the Texans versus the Bucks. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back. Now let's get into our underdog picks of the day. On Thursday, the Bills will play the Dolphins. Underdog has James Cook at 62.5 rushing yards. Do you have him higher or lower, Mace?
I'm going higher.
Lower.
Okay. Josh Allen is at 232.5 passing yards.
Yeah, nigga.
Lower.
Yeah, my nigga Josh, man. Now look,
It's your second team.
I don't have a second team.
This is your second team, Cam. Year after year, you've been saying Josh Allen.
I like Josh Allen. That don't mean I like the Buffalo Bills, but Josh Allen is probably my favorite player outside of Joe Burrow.
You talk about him just as much as Joe Burrow.
Listen, let me tell you something, right? If I like them, I'm just saying, I like the Spurs. When the last time you heard me talking about them? We ain't had nothing to talk about lately. Wemby been hurt. Yeah, they have the rookie of the year. You know, we got De'Aaron Fox now. But that's what I'm talking about. Yo, damn, the Knicks look good. We gonna see what Houston gonna do. KD over here. Just because I talk about niggas' pause, that don't mean that that's my team. I don't, Murder, I'm not you. Murder said
I don't do that either.
You said you Don King. You leaving with the winner.
I'm leaving with the winner.
All right, you said that. That's what you said.
That makes sense, though. Who wants to leave with the loser, like you said?
I understand where you coming from.
Who likes losing? I heard you say that on the show.
Absolutely. You know why Sin always says, you don't like to lose.
Yeah. You said. You said, well, who should like losing?
Yeah, that doesn't mean that losses don't happen sometimes, but yo, you don't like losing. I think that's a wild statement when you're competing. No, I don't like losing, but if we losing, we losing.
Yeah, y'all have two different perspectives, because you said you're leaving with the winner. He said if the boat's sinking, he's going down with the boat. So they're two different things.
Thank you.
My boat didn't go down.
I mean, your boat is going down.
It's a hole in it.
You trying to figure out what boat to jump to next. Boat's done already took sail.
My boat didn't go down.
It got a little water coming in that joint. It definitely got a
How you supposed to go down with the boat if your boat don't go down? Oh, my son told me that, pause, one time he was practicing. I said, yo, I need you to be hungry out there, pause. He said, how did you get hungry if you're not hungry? We canceled IAU today.
There goes that.
You know, and Mason, listen, man, let me tell you something about this story. Mace told me the story 73 times. That's how mad I know. Off camera, I'm talking about. That's how mad I know that day he had some hot. And then to add a little bit to this story, what you told me, said, then that nigga walk over to the other coach and I'm like, why would your father want you to be hungry?
You talk about somebody that knows everything. My son knows everything.
Now,
if you get irritated with me, you will hate to talk to him.
That kid is highly intelligent. And not only that, not just highly intelligent, his responses, his comebacks is crazy. I was talking to May's son, and I said, yo, you think your father could rap? He said, yeah, I think he can rap. I said, man, maybe you should do a song. He said, nah, he's too domesticated, man. I said, maybe he is domesticated.
He can be a dog when he wants to. But he's domesticated now.
He's too domesticated.
And then he heard Cam rapping. He said, I figured hip hop out. Pause. We gotta go back to jerking niggas. He said niggas was rapping better when they wasn't getting all their money.
Yeah, he said, yeah, man, the labels gotta go back to jerking niggas, man, because he said the raps haven't been getting that good since they've been getting equal pay. That's my nigga right there, bro.
I woke up, he told me that I had to call Killa. I said, you gotta hear nephew.
Nah, that's my nigga, yo. That's my nigga, yo.
Okay.
He said that because he heard Cam freestyle.
Yeah,
he said, see, daddy, you hear this? Y'all was getting jerked. He said the people getting all their money don't rap.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the fact, though. Because it's the same style. I mean, you know, you got to go a little bit with the times, but he could tell the hunger story. Yo, because I see that in the comments sometimes when I do the freestyle. They be like, Cam rapping like the Rent do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't do the auto. I missed the auto tune out on that.
Oh, man.
Real quick, because I don't think you gave your Josh Allen pick. 232.5 passing yards.
Higher.
Okay, and then Tyreek Hill's at 69.5 receiving yards. Do you have him higher or lower?
Higher, man.
I don't know.
Tariq, man, he gotta do what he gotta do.
I mean, Tua, I don't know if they're on the same page. That nigga's still throwing tantrums, and we see how the season ended last year. And then I see a nigga on the sideline. Tua missed the pass. This nigga, all this attitude. He should.
So he gotta make it up this game.
He should. I'm gonna go higher too, because that's a good point. Maybe they'll get on page week 3.
Okay. Make sure y'all download the Underdog app and you can make your picks too. So the Bucks beat the Texans 20-19. Arabia, did you expect the Texans to start their season 0-2? And then how'd you feel about that game?
So initially, no, I didn't necessarily have them starting 0-2, but it's really not a big deal if teams get off to a great start. It doesn't mean that they're going to be these deep playoff run teams. If they go out to a slow start, there's still a lot more football to be played, so it's okay. This was a good defensive game. We saw a nice offensive game with the Cowboys-Giants, 41 combined points. It was a really exciting game, so now we get a good defensive game in Monday Night Football. The Bucks defense had some really impressive red zone series, and the Texans defense is really exciting to watch with Stingley Jr. in the secondary, that front four with Hunter and Anderson coming off the edge. The key for the Bucks this season will be, can they stay healthy? Because they still don't have Chris Godwin in yet. Can they stay healthy? And can Baker Mayfield protect the ball? Because he is a liability when it comes to protecting the ball. That 2-minute offense at the end of the game had me nervous, because Baker Mayfield is good for a game-winning drive or a turnover, and you don't necessarily know which one you're going to get with Baker Mayfield. He has a high ceiling, but he also is good for a turnover, kind of like Jared Goff. But and then for the Texans, the key for them moving forward is if they can get that offense going. In general, in football, the defense tends to come out faster and starting off better than the offense. The offense takes a little while to warm up, so it's totally normal. But if CJ Stroud can get on the same page with these receivers for 4 quarters, because they didn't score in the second quarter, they didn't score in the third quarter, then they'll be in good shape. So I think this was a good defensive game between two playoff teams.
Yeah, I think I'm looking forward to CJ Stroud playing much better than this. I know he had 200 yards, but when it comes down to this type of team, he was so promising at least 2 years ago, and I don't want to see him go backwards, because now this is the same type of season. I'm expecting Jaden Daniels not to have, like, after you have that first breakout year and people start looking for you to be great, I think it's important to keep your feet on the gas. And with this game, even though it was a close game, you just don't want to get back in the spirit of losing. And I know Baker Mayfield and Rachaad White, you know, that late play caused them to win that game. but I would just really want the Texans to win that game. That was a game I think they needed to win. It would be better for them being 1-1 than being 0-2. I think it would lift their spirit and allow them to do much better in the season. Just when you start out young and you're losing early, even though you say it's not.
Niggas walk in and be talking mad shit, and then they like this, crickets, when it's time to go, because like Stat said, you could be funny, you could be smart, you could know sports, you could know whatever topic you're talking about. These lights and these cameras, if you're not ready, this shit will fuck you up. And, you know, me and Murder was just made for TV. You know, this is just the way it's been for almost 35, 40 years, so.
Yeah, and then the last thing I'll add, of course, like you said, they've been made for TV. Like, I can't even fathom the mindset of literally leaving class and coming into the studio. And Cam was like, yeah, you can just come up here for an hour, we're gonna debate. I can't, no. Like, I had to be ready. The episode is still up if you guys want to see the origins and the roots to see how we've progressed here, but I had to just get up and go. And sometimes that's what happens. And so, relating it back to Jake Browning, when the lights turn on, you got to put on a show. So we'll see if he keeps his position or not. We'll see what happens for the Bengals. That next game will be the Bengals versus the Vikings, and anything can happen on any given Sunday. So we will see what happens next Sunday. Okay. Now, time for the game that I don't want to talk about. The Steelers lost to the Seahawks 31-17. Arabia, is this a loss you thought the Steelers would have?
Yes.
I actually had the Steelers winning this game. They were, that defensive line is very dominant, and they had some interesting things happening on their offensive line. But once again, we see another fourth quarter performance by the Seahawks. Outscored the Steelers 17-3. We saw Ravens-Bills. We saw the Bears defense crumble in the fourth quarter with that Vikings-Bears game. The AFC North has a fourth quarter problem where their best teams cannot finish games. So they have to figure out a way, if they're going to try to make a run in the playoffs, to finish these games. It doesn't matter if it's Seahawks, who are generally a perennial playoff cusp team. Even if they don't make it, they're usually somewhere around the cusp, one or two teams away. But no, I did not have the Steelers losing this game, and I definitely did not have the Seahawks outscoring them 17-3 in the fourth quarter with that defense.
Yeah, where's Papa Stat at? That's all I want to know, Killa. Where's Papa Stat
I ain't seen Papa Stats in about 10 months, bro.
Stat. Check in. Somebody said this to me. Check on Mase when the Chiefs